Today I would like to tell you a short talk between the speaker and the audience. First, the speaker suggested writing the name in capital letter at the top before they did anything else. Next, he advised to read directions carefully before they answered the question and made sure you marked your answer sheet. After that, the speaker suggested letting him know if they didn't have a pencil. Finally, he announced they might go home if they had finished and turning the test. Number two, first the speaker said hello to the audience and he introduced Mr. Suki, who is playing violin concerto. Next, he announced the concert that evening would be preceded by short talk by Professor Robert Simon on the history violin, and Mr. Simon had lectured on the violin all around the world. After that, he commented following the performance, and they would all go to the lobby to enjoy refreshments. Finally, he introduced the director who would introduce Professor Simon. Number three, while the speaker asked the people signing the desk and got a visitor pass when entering the building. Then he advised her to not lose this pass because they would need to wear it on time when they were in the building. Next, he announced the way for an escort to accompany them to their destination, and they must also be escorted back to reception desk. After that, he reminded her didn't forget to sign out and return the pass when leaving. Finally, he thanked the people for their cooperation. Number two, uh, number four, first the speaker got the audience attention and he announced the store would close in 15 minutes. Then he suggested talking on their purchase to the cashier. Next he announced if they were buying 5 or fewer items and were buying with cash, they could use express checkout lane. After that, he commented, have their receipt ready to show the reward when leaving the store. Finally, he reminded checking on the item right the size and color before they pay because they didn't accept return. Number five, the speaker announced coming up after the news were their weekend weather report. Next, he said reporter Tom Tales would interview Susan Gilbert in her new book about her new book, How to Get Rich in the Stock Market, who was renowned expert to the investing and finance and write weekly newspaper column, You and Your Money. After that, he supposed that would very informative show. Finally, he introduced Peter Hook with the news. Number six. First, the speaker supposed there should be a large turnout for following afternoon's National Day Parade. Next, he said it would be preceded by speeches by mayor and chief of police. After that, everyone was invited to enjoy a barbecue and fireworks at City Park in the evening, and they were free. Finally, he reminded arriving early if they want getting good seat, although it was free. Number seven. First, the speaker announced few changes had been made to their conference schedule because of a scheduling conflict. Next, he said Professor Jameson would speak immediately following lunch instead of before, and the morning coffee would be served in the front instead of in the dining room. After that, he commented the morning workshop would begin at 10 o'clock as originally scheduled, but the afternoon session would begin until 1:30. Finally, he introduced Miss Carter would give their opening talk. Number 8. First, the speaker announced the president left today for a visit to Latin America, and he would head first to a meeting in Mexico City with leaders from Colombia, Brazil and Mexico. Next, he said the president had a few days of rest at Mexican Beach Resort, and he would go on to meeting with heads of state in Peru and Ecuador. Finally, he said the president would tour factories and meet with union leaders in both countries. On number 9, first the speaker congratulated on becoming an owner of the Brecht 2010 bread making machine. Next, he commented they were sure to enjoy the luxury of having fresh paper bread every day right in their own home. After that, he said it was easy to use the new bread machine. Through a recipe from the instruction book, assemble and measure their ingredients, then play them in the machine. Finally, he set the bread paste, and they wouldn't be able to wait for their first taste. Number 10. The speaker suggested visiting for classic by phone and avoid the long lines at the registration office. Next, he said call phone number and press 1 if they were a new student, or press 2 if they were a returning student, and enter their social security number, then the class number. After that, he reminded they have selected on their classic and entering their credit card number, then hanging up. Finally, he said they would receive a receipt by mail within 5 days.